Jasper is home to a new attraction for those hoping to set their sights on the stars. Opening today, the new Jasper Planetarium offers a unique year-round stargazing experience while also celebrating the town's dark sky reserve status. And here to tell us all about it is Peter McMahon. He is manager of the Jasper Planetarium and astronomer-in-residence. Good evening. Welcome to Alberta Primetime. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Shawna. Welcome to the planetarium. Here we are inside.
Many people might be surprised to learn there's now something like this in Jasper. Let's start with how this planetarium is all set up and show us, if you don't mind, what is behind you.
Sure. So a few months ago, a number of business people in town and I were talking about how it's wonderful that we have this dark sky preserve, but on a day-to-day basis, there was really nothing to do for someone who's coming to town saying, okay, I'm excited about this, give me something to do, what do I do? And so we looked into the technology of it and realized that you can actually have a planetarium that's not tens of millions of dollars. And we've essentially bought an inflatable mobile planetarium that you would take to a school or library that you can take to different locations and permanently stationed it at one of the hotels here in Jasper, and that's what we're inside right now. So it's sort of like a golf dome. It's permanently inflated, and where it is, and we can seat about 35 people inside. And as you can see behind me, we're in the town of Jasper. We've got the totem pole by the trains there, and slowly but surely the sun is setting. We can see some stars in the Milky Way out there right now, and a number of other things. And we can look at planets and meteor showers and the northern lights and all sorts of things.
Let's continue on. Give us a sneak peek, if you can, as to what people will experience in that planetarium during the show when they take that tour.
Sure. So let me just bring up the planet Saturn. We're going to center the planetarium on that, and I'll tip the camera up a little bit so you can check it out here. Here we go. So Saturn should be, there it is, right up above there. And we can see some of the 2 or 3 of the 62 moons of Saturn circling around the ringed planet right there. So because this is digital, we can not only see stars on the ceiling, but we can go places in the universe. We can see different planets. We can fly to the edge of the Milky Way and back. And we can even simulate the northern lights. So for example, we can bring up the aurora here as well. Let me just see if we can get that up here. There we go. And so let's see, here we go. Behind me here, we're back in the town of Jasper. And at night we can see the beautiful aurora borealis starting to come out. There we are, up in the sky above us.
So it is so realistic looking because you are using real images. Give us an idea from idea, inception to launch date, how all this came about.
Well, it took about half a year for us to find the model of planetarium and projector we wanted to bring in, and we also had to have a tent custom made. It's really not fair to call it a tent. It's a semi-permanent building that we had custom made that surrounds the planetarium. So it's sitting out in a courtyard next to a swimming pool at the Marmot Lodge here in Jasper. And basically, after a few months of figuring out the logistics of how that would work, where we would put it, who would come to see it, and what we wanted in the show, it took about 2 months for me to develop the show, to actually say, here's what people might want to actually see. And the show that actually happens here when people come into the planetarium, it's interactive, and I take people through, it's sort of like a guided tour. But more than just a tour of the stars, the show is really a tour of Jasper as well, and the astronomical heritage from the First Nations, who had their own constellations, beavers and canoes and turtles and wolves and so on, to the days of David Thompson, the geographer who mapped out a lot of North America and in fact this part of the Rockies as well. And then we can fly into space and actually leave the Earth and stop just looking at the sky and actually go into space to circle around the solar system, tour around the Milky Way, and right to the edge of the universe in a high-speed spaceship.
I can see your passion as you talk about it. A lot of people that are just learning about it are pretty excited as well, aren't they, Peter?
Yeah, we've gotten a great response from tour groups who are interested in having people come off the bus and have this be a new thing to do at night. Because this really is something that not only cues to the dark sky preserve, but also to having something to do that's a little different in town. So instead of going out and doing the things that you would normally do at night, here in the park, you can come and explore the night sky in the planetarium. And if it's clear, afterwards we also go out and look through the largest telescope, as far as we know, the largest telescope in the Rockies at planets and galaxies live in the actual sky as well.
Well, it looks very cool. Thank you very much for filling us in, Peter. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.